Advisory Planning Commission. If everybody will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, I'm going to do roll call. Daniel Browning.
Here.
Amy Meyer. Here. Kenneth Sebastian.
Here.
Bill Purcell.
Here.
Norm Warner.
Here.
Chad Van Ryan.
Here.
Donna McIntyre. All right. I'm going to jump to the reorganization part. Let's do that first.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we need to reorganize the board. Do we have any nominations for president?
I move that Norm continue as president. Second.
Who did?
Move nominations be closed. Second.
All right, Norm. Okay, motion's been seconded. I'll say, all ayes?
Aye.
Opposed.
Do you really oppose or you just abstain?
I'll abstain.
Okay.
You don't want to know if I oppose. Okay. So just so everyone knows, before we make nominations for vice president, Donna had shown interest in being vice president, couldn't be here not because of medical issues. So with that being said, we'll take nominations for vice president.
I'll nominate Donna.
All right. So Chad and then Bill for second. Any other nominations for vice president?
Move to close nomination.
So moved. Nominations are closed. Donna will be our vice president. All right.
You can vote on it.
Huh? Let's vote on it. Yep. All in favor?
Aye.
That's what, 6-0? Okay, let's get back on the agenda. Approval of minutes from December the 17th meeting. If you guys need a few minutes, I'll give it to you since we don't have access to our email. I don't know if you guys had a chance to read it before those were closed down. So do we need a minute, or are we ready to move forward with a motion?
I read them, so I move to approve.
Kenny moved to approve. Motion. And a second, please.
Does anyone need to read
Do what? Oh, yeah, she hasn't read that.
Everybody else has seen it, right? There you go, Amy.
Was there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay.
All in favor of the approval of minutes from December 17, 2024, show of hands.
All abstains and Bill.
this? I wasn't here.
All right, 2, so 4, 0, and 2 abstain. So motion carries, minutes are approved. Okay. Old business, we have none, right?
No.
Okay. New business, the only thing on the agenda besides reorganization is B, public hearing for a rezone application for Kevin Cooper PC, and that would be 2024-14. So I will now open the public hearing for 2024-14. Kevin, if you want to come up here, state your name and address, make sure the speakers are on, or the microphone is on, and then present your application, sir. Just hit the button on there.
All right. Okay. My name is Kevin Cooper, and you said my address.
Yes, sir.
My address is 8871 Drunkards Pike, Gosport, Indiana. And today, you go ahead and get started.
Yep.
All right. Today we're bringing the concept of rezoning a parcel on Country Club Road that used to be considered, I guess, Bill's Unclaimed Freight. We separated the Bill's Unclaimed Freight building off to leave commercial and would like to rezone the property south of that into residential to put some starter homes. I brought with me today Chris Zylstra. He's a project manager and works with our company at Cooper Sales and Service. And Chris will be building one of these homes for himself as a starter home for him. And then we're looking to try to build 2 additionals to resell or to put other employees in, whatever need comes about first. Just, I guess, running out of opportunities right now to buy property that makes sense to build on, and with the ever-growing need to have affordable housing, this was a great opportunity for us to kind of dip our feet into a concept we have to build some houses that we deem to be affordable, but yet still meet the needs. 3-bedroom, 2-bath homes that will be on a well. Each would have to be perked and dig the wells, make sure water is sufficient before we'll be able to go ahead and build. But we did do one house on the 1-acre parcel that comes off of 67. The well was fantastic. They said one of the best that they've done all year. Septic, the ground is fantastic as well. Perked very good, dug very good. Everything about that was a seamless process so far. It's not sold, so we're testing that market, but we'd appreciate your guys' consideration to change this to a residential property so we can keep this ball moving and get these on the market as quickly as we can.
Kevin, are we talking about what we're showing here is 4538?
I'm unfamiliar.
Yes.
Okay, yep, that would be
Yeah,
correct.
it would be,
But the house that you just built's on 2156, right?
2156 is right off of 67, right up there, yes.
You're building that now.
Yeah, it's upon, we're waiting on power and gas to be hooked up, and then it's complete, ready to go onto the market.
And will you be exiting that property onto 67?
Yeah, no, onto Country Club. So right there where your cursor is now will be an easement that'll serve as a drive for all the way back to the wooded house, and then for the other 2 as well. And that's a future deal. I mean, we'll have to get the variance to get 2 more in if possible. But it'll serve for a shared driveway for those 3 homes if we're so able to do it. The trailer that shows on that image, we came in, we cleaned up, we demoed that, cleaned it all up around there. Neighbors seem pretty happy with the progress so far. Painted the building, trying to bring some life back to that area. That's the building itself is where we plan on having our kind of a home center. We're going to have our offices there, work out of that, keep our materials in-house. That way we're closer to town, offer some displays for people to come in and see the products we offer, and put together home packages on the site rather than have to show them pictures online and stuff. Just have a storefront to kind of work out of a little bit and get a little more organized in this venture. So.
What price range are these homes gonna be?
The one we're building now is $249,900. Like I said, it's 1,320 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Be well 1-acre piece on that one with a well and septic. So, I mean, we're going to try to stay in that range. I mean, anywhere from that $239,900 to $279,900, depending upon the exact size and amenities that go with it. We are offering on these houses, something me and Chris have talked a lot about is the nostalgia or the feeling of, I guess, pride in the home. We built houses at the golf course, as you guys are well know. We finished that project. Every house there has a tile shower, walk-in tile shower. They have granite countertops, a lot of nice amenities, and we want to bring those same things. We've got good relations with the people that do these things, and we're able to get them for a cost-effective point onto these houses as well. We're going to offer some tile in the showers. We're going to offer granite so that these people can come in, buy a nice starter home that they feel good about and they're going to fight to keep, as opposed to not really care if they let it go on to the next person and get foreclosed upon or whatever. So, I mean, anything we do, we want our name to stand out and say, this is a quality product, and we want people to stay there for several years because the warranties we offer are good, and we don't want to deal with multiple buyers in that next 3 to 4 years. So it behooves us to have one buyer come in and stay for a while.
So this lot will be how big?
Susan, can you help me with that?
So the lots will be like 0.16, 0.15, and 1.3, one in the very back one.
The first two are 0.5 something, right?
Yeah, 0.5, because it's
Okay.
hard to see on the printouts you guys have.
The first two were just a little over half an acre, and then the last one's a little over an acre, because there's a lot of woods on that last one that we're losing ground. There's not much it's a ravine that goes through there, so we lose quite a bit of ground, so,
So there's enough room for a well and stuff like that?
correct. Yep.
That'd be 90 feet, something like that.
Yeah, I think they come out to a little over 100 foot wide, to where we put 5 rows of 80-foot chamber in, and we're good.
So on the screen there is what his proposal is for the splits. So track 2, 3, and 4.
And guys, not trying to butter you guys up, because regardless of your guys' outcome tonight, we welcome each and every one. We've reached out to the chamber and said the same thing. Come by and look at these things, because we want you guys to see that we put our money where our mouth is too. This house is about done. You don't have to, give us a heads up or something, go out and take a look. I don't have to be there when you do it. But we're pretty proud of them. We want you guys to see them as well, so that you know what we're putting out into the community.
So the driveway is going between track 1 and track 2 and 3?
Yes. So I guess that's, do you have anything to add on that?
No, I think you covered it all.
Make this real comfortable for Chris. I want to start sending him in here to do this.
I noticed the first one went up pretty fast. You got to plan on keeping that same kind of schedule.
Yeah.
Started on that soon, or?
We are, we're, by the end of this week, we got 2 flips in Bloomington and a couple houses in Bloomington we're finishing, and 2 here in Owen County, and we'll be done with all that the end of this week, and then we're just looking for stuff to do, so we're ready to roll. And we don't slow down. Yeah, we don't really take our time on them. And we take our time to get them right, but we stack people in there to get them knocked out so that we can get on to the next thing. We like to have fun, so we like to get our work done, I guess. So.
There's no covenants or anything?
Correct.
So was the whole thing was commercial,
Well, that whole property was commercial.
and no restrictions on commercial being split, you said?
I couldn't find anything. But since he wants to build a house, he has to be residential.
Right.
He couldn't build on commercial property as a house.
So what we're looking at tonight is just rezoning these lots to residential?
Yeah, so the original parcel, which is your first thing, so it would be rezoning the 2.5 to 8 acres
Right, to residential.
to residential.
We're not splitting it or
You're not-
anything?
He's
Okay.
not asking to split it.
I mean, just so everybody's on the same
It's
page.
just the rezone part.
We're looking to take track 1, leave it commercial, and,
Split it up so it-
and then
what
2,
septic's what.
right. I mean, he's showing us what he's planning on doing, but right now, all we're looking at is making that piece residential, so that it would be available to do that. Now, I thought you built a house behind that old building, right?
Yeah, that was an
Was that a
already.
different piece of
it was-
property?
Yeah, it was already
Okay.
residential when we
All
bought
right,
it.
that was residential already, okay.
So you can see that all the properties around it are residential.
Right. Yeah, it's in a residential area. I mean,
Yeah,
I used to live down that road, so.
There's been no objections?
no,
So-
Yeah.
well, besides
Well,
objection,
we-
y'all.
Anything else, Kevin? Because I need to go through this.
Nope, I'm good if you
All right,
guys.
you've heard this a dozen times, but you're gonna hear it again, so. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, the Plan Commission meeting, there will be one request for rezone. These requests are typically termed amendments to the zoning map or rezoning. In consideration and considering these requests, the Plan Commission shall pay reasonable regard to the following: the comprehensive plan, current conditions and characters of the current structures and uses in this district, the most desirable use for which the land in each district is adapted, the conservation of property values throughout the district, and reasonable development and growth. Pursuant to Indiana Code 36-7-6-604, before a Plan Commission certifies a proposal to the legislative body, the Plan Commission must hold a public hearing, which is what we're doing tonight. The Plan Commission shall give notice of the hearing by publication under Indiana Code 5-3-1. And that notice happened, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And the notice must state the time and place of the hearing, the geographical area that is subject to the zone map change. This notice does not require the identification of any real property by meets and bounds. A description of the proposed change in the zone maps, the place where the copy of the proposal is on file for examination before the hearing, that written objections to the proposal that are filed with the Secretary of the Commission before the hearing will be considered. So let me stop right there. Other than this one, that's the only communication we got regarding this
Yes.
application, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we did receive a written objection, and I will enter that into the record, into the minutes as written. I won't read it because it's rather lengthy, but it will be entered into the minutes. And other than that, we received nothing, correct? All right. And was everyone notified within the radius that we're required to notify them? And was the property marked
Yes.
with a sign? Okay. Oral comments concerning the proposal will be heard, and we will take those in just a minute. And that the hearing may be continued from time to time as may be found necessary. So, due notice to interested parties. The Plan Commission shall also provide for due notice to interested parties at least 10 days before the date set for the hearing. Owners of real property to a depth of 2 ownerships must receive notice, which he's already stated they have. The hearing must be held by the Plan Commission at the place stated in the notice, which is here. The files of the Plan Commission concerning proposal are public record and shall be kept available in the Commissioner's office for inspection by any interested person. Those will be kept on record in her office or in the building department. And then pursuant to Indiana Code 36-7-4-605, a proposal to change the zone maps may be certified with one of the following, and this is the important part for us. We can be favorable recommendation, unfavorable recommendation, or no recommendation at all, understanding that that will then go to the commissioners for final approval, okay? The legislative body shall consider the recommendations, if any, of the Plan Commission before acting on the proposal. So we are the gatekeepers to get it to the commissioners. They make the final decision, okay? All right, with that being said, I will open it up to public comment. Seeing no public here, I'm assuming we'll have no public comment. Anything else, or you guys are now free to ask more questions, anything you need to clarify? A couple of things that I had, Kevin, is number one, I want that to stay commercial there in the corner. I mean, you've already said you're going to do that. Don't come back and try to stick another one in there. And then each house will need its own well and its own septic.
Great.
Would everybody agree with those 2 things? Well, that being said, and seeing no other, you have anything? Okay. Susan, you have anything? All right, I'm going to close the public hearing at this point. And then I'll entertain a motion. And in your motion, state which one of the 3 criteria you would like. Favorable, unfavorable, or no recommendation.
I know that we recommend favorable to the commissioners.
Bill Purcell. Motion.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Ken. Everyone in favor of a favorable recommendation going on to the commissioners? Joe of hands. 6-0. All right. You're in business, sir.
All right, thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. All right, moving on. Public comment, I'm assuming there'll be none. Staff report, what about next month?
At current time, you have nothing for your next meeting. So
Okay.
you won't hold another, you won't have a meeting in February, since there's nothing on the agenda.
Okay.
UDO meeting Friday.
Yeah, Friday at 1 o'clock, and they're in Chapter 3, so everybody knows, if anybody asks you, they're currently working in Chapter 3. 1 o'clock here. The commissioners were,
For the evening, and the police said, no, we don't have it.
I know that's in the middle of the day for a lot of people at work, I mean, I won't be able to be there, but,
I think they're working on trying to find another location. So,
and I will say that they have done, they've slowed down like we requested, and they've gone through it with a fine-tooth comb, the parts that are done. So, if you have things and you can get them to Bill, as you've read through them, I'm sure he would be willing to take the input.
You gonna have plenty of people there during that 1 o'clock, I think, or you don't know yet?
So you've got a committee of people working on that now, right?
What's that?
You got a committee of people working on that now?
Yeah, we did a subcommittee, Bill's the chair, and then in Bill's absence, we appointed a co-committee, or a co-chair and a secretary
and co-secretary.
and a co-secretary, so, because we don't want to miss anything. There was a lot of discussion back and forth. I think at the end of the day, we'll have a document that we
So do we
can,
have anybody on that committee that may be part of homeowners associations or anything? Or like,
we've got a pretty good range of folks. They were just private citizens, no one,
who's private citizens?
yeah. And they all volunteered at that huge meeting we had, so I think we got a good cross-section. You're never going to get everybody taken care of because there's just,
Yeah, I didn't know if we had like a group of different homeowners associations getting together, working on parts for homeowners associations,
Now, all we're
subdivision
going to do
parts.
is bring a proposal that this board will have a hearing on.
right, well, at the end of the day, it'll come back here before it goes to commissioners, and we'll have to go through it again, this board will. Then it'll go to the commissioners, and then at that point, they'll do what they're going to do. But the work they've done so far has been good. I applaud their effort, and, I mean, they're volunteers, and they're willing to get in there and tear it apart and make it what we want it to be.
And I believe they want it to be an open meeting so people can come and
Right.
listen and go through it with them. You know, I think they want the committee to be the ones to speak, but if you know that there's something, you can go to one of them and say, hey, can we bring this up or something like that. So,
Is this going to advertise anywhere where the general public can know that it's
they
Friday
haven't
or?
given, you know, they haven't really given any, besides the,
Yeah.
yeah, besides the Friday meeting, I mean, it's advertised on the county website.
Okay.
But, in the calendar of events, but other than that, the Friday's meeting's the only one that's been advertised, so.
And have they haven't set another date beyond that yet anyway, right? So that, they should set another date at that next meeting, I would hope. I'd like to be there, but I gotta work.
Again, my concern has always been the two commissioners who said, kill it. And I don't think we need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
I've also heard them say that there is some good stuff in it.
Yes,
Right.
So I think if they come
and there's some
back
bad
with-
stuff that we're cutting out of it.
Right, right. And I think they're level-headed enough to.
I don't think anybody read that and thought, this is exactly what Owen County needs, regardless of what was.
Even the people we hired to do it, I don't think.
Right, so, well, like I said, if it takes a year, it takes a year, we'll get it right, we'll get it as close as we can get it, and we'll go on, so. Plan Commission, any comments from Plan Commission folks?
Did you say that the county emails,
Yeah, they've been turned off.
Yeah, so all your emails, except for the ones that are county,
So, Daniel,
his and hers
Amy,
and the commissioner.
whoever the commissioner appointee
candidate,
is.
They will have county emails, you guys will go back to regular emails. So, I still had all your guys' regular.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
The only
I had all your
concern,
emails saved
yeah.
anyway, so.
the only concern I have is that now you're putting your private email in the public sector if there was any legal action.
If you're in business, you've got your email in the private sector, public sector anyway.
You do.
Good point. Anything else? All right. Seeing nothing, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Daniel, seconded by Chad. All right, we're adjourned, folks. Thank you. I'll do my best.
Best meeting we've ever had.